In the vast, endless icy forest of Siberia, where the temperature drops to unimaginable minus 70 degrees Celsius, lies the small wooden house. This is a house of Samuil. For the past 20 years, Samuil has chosen to live far away from civilization, together with bears and wolves in one of the harshest environments on Earth. Samuil's days begin with a routine that is both essential and demanding. Every morning, he rises early to listen to the news on his radio, which he ingeniously powered using batteries he created himself. But survival in Yakutia's harsh winter climate is not easy, and keeping his home warm is an ongoing battle. Every day, as the sun rises, he ventures into the forest to gather enough wood to fuel the stove for the day. For Samuil, the daily task of collecting wood is a necessary but grueling one, requiring multiple trips into the forest daily. Samuil built his house using logs from the forest. In order to keep the house warm during the harsh Yakutian winters, he insulated it with oakum, a material made from old rope that is often used in Yakutian houses. Instead of proper windows, he uses a cellophane. However, cellophane is not an effective insulator. The house does not retain heat well, and that's why Samuil must constantly heat the house. The unforgiving climate in Yakutia demands respect and caution. The air in such a low temperatures is painfully cold and biting, but by keeping active and doing physical work, one can stay warm.
Töntä tossyys vien hette hullahpan. Man olur butum vasti hybbet tehubolla. Ona min behä koloravun bile tehibappin ana. Bile manna utia olur yeren angala. Oli hem bien olla tehibappin. Oli utia tan vaarahu kumbaapa polangala. Etän kuttallaan. Man se haas bolla te hyddättillätte. Hai inniti. Otoinjekke. On hakka hukuni ynyne. On hiiron ei tuottaa köhölluvat. Muu behöllä kiireemmin kanssa tätä vähättyy. Huolka. No mä olen minä nähdä battaa. No vielä tahalla köhön puhunnan puhulla.
Living 30 kilometers away from the nearest village, Samuil must also contend with the challenge of obtaining food. He does not hunt, and his only source of meat is through setting traps for hares. However, this method does not always work, and when supplies run low, he must make the long 5-hour walk to the village, a journey that can only be undertaken during the warmer months of spring and summer.
No tuolta ottanut kyynen ollut. No vastaan notun. Tynner kynnystärissä. Tohtalo. Arat puolan ja utian alakan. Hyvä ja niin. Hassata tuputun vattaan kyrärän todella puolella. Arat. Tynny.
When the house is warm, Samuel starts cooking his lunch. He eats once or twice a day, depending on his food stock. Despite the scarcity of food, Samuel never forgets the needs of his four-legged friends, always ensuring that they receive a portion of his own food. In the afternoon, before the sun goes down, Samuel must get water from the lake. He relies on the lake's ice as his primary source for drinking and washing, as it's cleaner and safer than snow. The freezing process purifies the water, eliminating any impurities present before it was frozen. This daily routine is crucial for Samuel as it ensures he maintains good health.
Yrittää mahan niin ollaan manan tienten. Takar jäginen näädevi. Tetting tänelän eddas tetting maat hang viimit tetting. Hontan tungulaan. Viimiten kenne kutsuki vai hebdaktanen. Kubastangan ja ulasua uangan tuodaan. Dawan bili kere jäädä. Ikkaasiin kutuk. Mutta hotelli vakkan, agwa vakkan nana, suwe bil hibi he kudu hijjar wala.
Living in the coldest place on earth has its advantages. One of them is that Samuel does not need a refrigerator to keep his food fresh. The extremely cold weather acts as a natural freezer, allowing him to store his food outside. The only thing he has to be aware of is bears. Samuel needs to hide his food well to protect his food supply.
Bu, mesti halak tamu balke tuah tas tu tuah tu balke suyu boleh.
When dinner time comes, Samuil is busy making Yakutian bread using soda, water, and flour. It's a simple and fast recipe that produces a tasty bread and keeps him full. Samuel's life has been filled with hardship, and part of the reason that he decided to live alone in the forest was because his family died at his young age. But despite losing everything he held dear and the hardships that life has dealt, he never lost his kindness or his love for those around him. Even living in the harshest of environments, he found a way to shine a light in the darkness.
Dia paman dati ta.